Hi, here we will discuss common reasons for SAP project failures. There are many reasons of project failure here. We will discuss some of the reasons. Understanding why SAP projects fail helps improve success rates. Key issues include skills, methodology, user involvement, and scope. People and process challenges. One of the common reasons of project failure is lack of right skills. For any greenfield implementation project, brownfield implementation project, or bluefield upgrade project, your team need to have good hand-on project and cross-industry experience. Most of the clients will need an expert consultant to guide them from the initiation to the successful implementation of the project. Lack of right project methodology. Right project methodology is very important. If you have good project management methodology, such as the SAP methodology with Agile or the Activate methodology, then you will be able to mitigate some of the project-related challenges. There are a few options to implement SAP as the rollout approach for sites as bulk or individual rollouts. So, to overcome projects' failure, right methodology is one of the key factors in implementation projects. Lack of end users and business subject matter experts involvement. One of the reasons of project failure is lack of client users and subject matter experts involvement. Some users are more focused on business goals. Some users are rigid as they do not want to move to new system and show least interest. Due to this, end users fail to understand proposed to be processes and they start complaining or coming up with the requirements at the end of realization phase or testing phase. So to overcome, the client management should get involved at all levels of project implementation in order to monitor and keep tracking the project status. Lack of software knowledge itself. A consultant needs to have a complete knowledge of his module knowledge from understanding client business process and mapping into SAP, configure, integrate, customize, knowledge of fit gap analysis his module. Skills of handling implementation project, rollout projects, upgrade projects and support projects activities. Lack of teamwork. All module consultants and project managers should work as a team to resolve the issues related to project. The focus should be on integration relevant scenarios and fit gap analysis. Unrealistic scope. One of the issues faced during the project is unrealistic scope. There is no room for unrealistic scope at finalization phase. The client requirement or scope should be freezed during the business blueprint phase. That means that all relevant processes and functions are listed in a document. In case there are modifications during the project, for instance regarding the business model, they can be handled with so-called change requests. Change requests can be used in exceptional cases to modify the project scope. Change requests will automatically generate additional costs and increase the overall project risk as they, for instance, may challenge the project schedule. Change requests are subject to a dedicated authorization procedure. Lack of end product vision. If you are implementing a new technology that is not yet proven in the market, this could lead to failed implementations as a result of instability of the product release. If you analyze the root cause of each of these factors, the reasons are due to both business-related and project-related challenges. Fundamentally, we will discuss pros and cons of each of these strategies and the best practices for a global enterprise. Global project planning. There are two primary challenges in global project planning. You must architect an end-to-end solution in SAP from an end goal perspective, understanding all integration scenarios of ERP. You must identify complexities of the business requirements leading to customizations. Once you identify the solution, then the next question will be, how do you implement it? Your deployment strategy might include starting with headquarters and then roll out to the specific sites as a global template option or as a site-specific independent option or even as a bulk rollout for sites within a specific continent. Let us discuss each of these options briefly. During the global project planning exercise and when SAP is about to be implemented in international locations, a number of issues and challenges come up which require careful planning and preparation. These issues circle around these main areas: identifying key business process and integration scenarios, identifying assess client landscape, aligning with the overall business strategy, customization complexities, and customizing SAP beyond 20%, and common data standards and data migration issues. I categorize issues briefly into the following categories such as A. People, B. Process project management, and C. Technology. The main issue arises because of the lack of skill, lack of teamwork, and low morale from a people perspective. Second, process expertise in mapping complex business problems in SAP, which is the understanding of requirements, can cause failure. Finally, the technology might have limitations, which will cause problems. In addition, you might need to tweak the standard software and/or develop your own custom application during the realization phase, altering the standard behavior of the product, causing several integration issues. In any of these cases, it might be tricky as you might change the standard behavior, causing several iterations, resulting in integration-related issues. You must understand these limitations in the product, understand and solve the challenges. Lack of communication. Project managers should come up with communication plan and escalation plan. All the stakeholders need to follow the communication plan, and if some conflict arises, it need to addressed and resolved. Consultant should develop the communication skills, demonstration skills, conduct training sessions, and should be ready to lead the meetings and discussions. Lack of planning. One of the reasons of project failure is lack of proper planning. The project plans should be prepared after discussing with the client, project team members, that is consultants, business users, subject matter experts, and steering committee, the primary source of information for how the project will be planned, executed, monitored, and controlled and closed. It would involve finalization of the scope, cost, and schedule of the project. Work breakdown structure, sequencing, duration estimation. Prepare communication plan, risk identification, analysis, and mitigation plan. A detailed project plan needs to be prepared before the project is initiated. The project plan should cover all of the scope. High-level WBS and activities will be created as per the duration of the project. Prepare project resources plan. Lack of stakeholders' responsibilities. The stakeholders are responsible for project control and project coordination, as well as the efficient bringing about of technical and organizational decisions. Project managers reports on the project status, addresses the issues. Stakeholders are highest level control on costs and budget, and is responsible for budget release. They're also responsible for inspection and approval of results and the overall project. So, these were the few reasons of project failure. And if you go through project case studies or explore more on reasons of projects failures, you may come across many more reasons.